Anyway, now in singing, okay, singing is speaking in music. So the most important thing for the singer is tapping the musical notes into memory in their mind. It's the same technique, but it has it also includes the memorized instrumentation of music. It uses a greater energy output and requires the mastery and greater muscle tone of all the coordinating organs. So music does have an exercise because there's no music in speaking. Well, now, if you want to apply this in music, for those that would be interested in that, the keyboard is an absolute. There are only 7 notes, so they keep repeating themselves. Those are your octaves every time you repeat those 7 notes. So here we have the sa re ga ma pa da nek, which is the Indian for the do re mi fa sol la si, and then in the West, in the United States, they use the C D E F G A B. And then just your very first note here by the 2 black is your C, and the next 2 black again is the C, and etc. So you just go up 1 black, and that's a sharp. Go to the next note, you go down to that same sharp, now it's a flat. Okay, so the sharps go up and the flats go down. And that's the basic situation there for music, and it's you have, yeah, we're in tones, and that's a half tone. A half up is a sharp, and then any black one that you go down to is a flat of the note you're going down from. Or if you say do re, you can see the black one is do sharp, and it's also re flat, to put it simply. In the Western music, unfortunately, the fellow who drew this didn't start with do, he started with the re, but it's re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, okay. And you can see that this G clef, or sol, clé de sol, is circling the note that is sol. So if you're hesitant about having to write out your notes or anything, don't be. That's all there are. They just get put in different directions, and then whatever flat or sharp of tonality is marked on the after the key there, and then you kind of learn how to do that. You just know when you get to that note, it's going to be flat or sharp. This is the Indian notes and beat system. They work in the 8 rhythm and 8 beats, and then these are the okay, this is theirs. I don't have their translations there for you. Here's a thing in the preparation marks for music, okay? You want to always put the mark before when you're going to have a comma, when you're going to, you keep the phrasing of the lyric is very important, that's for sure. But also, when you're going to jump from a low note to a high note, all right, the last 2 notes, you might say, you want to make sure that that low note is nice and solid and planted so that high note doesn't get away from you, okay? So it's the note before there that you want to put your mark. So when you're rehearsing your music, you see your marks coming on your score as you're learning your song, and this way you're training your body to prepare at those important points, and you get to a point where it knows that you don't need to look at paper anymore, and your body's preparing it, and you've got your song down. So it takes a few months sometimes to get a good song down in the body.